I've pressed the button. Nothing. Okay, there we go. Now I'm recording.
Yeah, it's recording. It's doing the thing.
Hell yeah.
Welcome to the Five Head. Wait, should we be starting yet?
And
Because I could always cut this out. Well, I mean, I should probably wait till Graham's in the shot, actually.
Welcome to the Five Head, but only four of us.
Hey.
Sorry,
And-
guys. We're on. Okay.
And now that he's back, welcome to the Five Head Podcast, everybody. This is a superpower of a podcast, unstoppable,
Fuckwittable.
unfuckwittable, unwatchable.
Unbearable.
With my co-host Camden, Blake, Graham from the One Graham Army podcast, also Blake from Tap Snaps, Camden from Babblin and Dabblin, and Chris Casey from
Macon.
from Macon,
No.
hailing from Macon, Georgia.
Chris also be repping Tap Snaps.
Yeah, he
Okay,
do be
Tap
tapping.
snaps.
All right.
He do be tapping and snapping.
Yep.
He with the
mostly
crew.
mostly on the Patreon stuff.
Oh
so.
shit, dude.
He stay loyal to crew.
He's
Crew
behind
stay
that
loyal to you.
paywall.
Yeah, you got
You know
gotta
You
once you
gotta
get
pay to
past the
play.
first paywall, you get to his OnlyFans. And there's about 3 paywalls before you actually get to the
To
real
the final
Chris.
boss.
Yeah, yeah,
This is
yeah.
fire.
Yep. Yep.
And
You can watch me play.
Fucking thing.
Yeah. You can watch me play my Switch naked.
God
Oh.
damn.
Hey,
Oh, yeah?
you know what? Actually, I like your background, sir. I would like to say, Chris, and I think that this is germane to all of this for our first episode. You know, making a good first impression. I was standing outside right before we started, and I was watching Kelly Loeffler admit that now that someone's died, she can't object to the votes. And I was like, "That's what you get, you dumb bitch." And then I shit my
Yeah.
pants.
From laughing so much?
Yeah. Literally.
I thought you were gonna make a shirt caviar joke or something.
No.
He shirt himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Well, and I've been making jokes on the internet all week about how I ripped my pants because I felt like it was some sort of meta thing about the election. Like, remember when SpongeBob couldn't stop telling everyone that he ripped his
He
pants
ripped
and it
his
wasn't
pants.
funny anymore? And then I actually destroyed my pants.
Nice.
Fitting.
Yeah, how's that? That's a good way to get this
Or not
kicked off.
fitting. No, nice background. I'm the only one without a background.
Nice, Cam.
I'm gonna keep it old
Yeah,
school.
don't tread on me. Don't you do it.
Yeah. I like
wonder
that
if
you
it's-
look like a YouTuber.
Yeah.
You
Super
look
professional.
like a streamer.
Oh, I'm a screamer, all right.
A
You're a
streamer, not a streamer.
Oh, sorry.
A streamer.
I
Like a
heard
Twitch
it's
guy.
Twitter. Right there.
Are you in bed, Camden?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
just wondering.
Thank you for asking.
What are you wearing? Yeah.
Khakis.
Khakis. Cool.
All right. So should we go ahead and start getting in the topics, or do you guys want to talk about like how our day's been, or
All right. Kanye West is fucking Jeffree Star.
I don't think
Yeah, I
so.
saw that. That was from a while ago.
I don't think
That
so,
was-
bro. Like, I'm sure Kanye is into some really wild stuff.
Yeah,
Don't
get
Jeffree
me wrong.
Star's asshole.
I don't think
got the
he's that
receipts.
wild though.
I don't
Are there
think he is.
receipts?
where did
Are
this
there?
start?
Well, there's a Twitter receipt, and Jeffree Star's like, "I really had a great night with you, XOXO," or something like
shit.
that.
But that could be
Yeah.
a lot of different things. They could have done blow together on like the balcony.
Oh, they
like,
blew.
Like
and then had sex with
I
each other.
True. I
Hollywood,
feel
dude.
like
Anything.
I feel
can
like if Kanye West was bi, why wouldn't he just say that though? Like, what is he scared of?
happen. Where'd Scott go? What happened, Scott?
Well,
Yeah, Scott turned
oh,
into a bunch
well, I
of
mean,
colors.
you got to remember, Kanye West also just put out like an entire gospel album.
Yeah,
That's
So
true.
it would
That's
be a
true.
really interesting.
It was all a
time.
cover up, dude.
Yeah, it'd be a real interesting
Yeah.
time to like throw out a gospel album and throw out Jesus is King, and then turn around and be like, "I'm also fucking Jeffree Star."
Well,
Dude, it's
nobody's.
almost-
Listen,
like
guys, we can all
Jeffrey's
agree
ween.
that nobody has ever believed in Jesus and had sex with dudes before. We've never seen that
Never
before.
once in history of
it's
ever.
blasphemy.
That makes
Impossible.
sense though, Blake.
might hurt his-
It's like gay guilt. What is it? Like the homosexual guilt.
Yeah. I have a quick question. I know this is going to throw a giant wrench into things, but at any point when I'm talking, do I become the panel? Because I don't ever see myself highlighted. I'm wondering if it's the
Yeah,
same.
it does.
I have to swipe over to see you.
I don't
So
know.
you
I've got the
can-
grid view. I got all 5 of you.
I got mine on grid view too.
Okay,
I'm
so
on my-
Scott, you're
No, I got
recording
mine on
it as a
Galley view.
grid then, huh?
Yeah, like it's got me at the top right, Camden top left, Blake
Oh, okay. All
middle
right,
left,
cool,
you middle
Yeah.
right, and then for some reason it demoted Chris to the bottom.
I'm watching Dunstan checks in.
Wow, it's because Chris is the only person
Wow,
of color.
that's a
That's why they
throwback.
put him at the bottom. Zoom is mad racist right now, dude.
This is a good way to start. I shit my pants and we're racist. Record.
This
Oh,
is
not
a
us.
great
Not
first
us.
episode.
I think we're ready for iTunes.
Actually, if
Alright.
nobody else wants to use this, I'll use this for my podcast because there's a lot of people who have heard me regularly say things like, if you ever shit your pants, you can't live it down. Like I knew a dude in high school who shit his pants in gym class when we were freshmen, and he went on to like kill several people and
Oh,
like
shit.
run a small empire. But every time I would see him when I'd come home, he'd be like, "Man, you got fat," and I'd be like, "Yeah, and you shit your pants."
Yo.
Dude, we should actually. That's actually a good starting place for this because I have a shitting my pants story, and I'm sure everyone in here has got a shitting their pants story.
Yeah, I do.
We should bring that to the
Really
table.
didn't until today, like 5 minutes before this.
You were
podcast.
clean.
Made it that far.
You relapsed.
I was a pants shitting racist, as it were. You know what I mean? Like I was like, people who shit their pants have no self control. And here we are.
Things change, man.
Yeah,
It's part of getting older.
It's changed, bro. You've really
Sometimes
changed.
life
It's
comes
pants
at you
change.
fast.
changed my pants.
Yeah.
Is
So
that
when I
a
was
cat? Hold on, there's a
Yeah.
cat in the shot.
nah, it's a rabbit.
Mhm.
When I
I
was
thought it was a small dog at first.
What happened to Chris, dude? Okay, there's
he's back.
Nope, there he
He's
is.
back with the kitty.
Sorry, the
Cat's run off.
continuity. Go ahead, Scott. Let's hear about that doo-doo pants story, baby.
So when I was in elementary school, I want to say about second grade.
Now we're looking for grown-up stories, but
No, this is a good
I mean,
start.
this isn't toddler. Like I'm old enough to like
Cam's like-
not shit my pants.
Camp's like, give us
Yeah.
the embarrassing shit, the really bad stuff.
As far as adulthood, that's just like typical sharding or trusting a fart too much.
got it.
But
Yeah.
it was when I was in second grade, I had a thing where I did not like using public. Like I would not use a public restroom. I only used the one at home because I was scared.
Mhm.
I don't know why. Anyways, I'm like holding it in for hours, and then during lunch, I just like it just started coming out, and I got like a little taller in the seat, and I was like, I should go to the bathroom and try to do something about this, but I didn't want to tell anyone, so I went to the bathroom, and I don't know how I managed this, but I left that stall with I still had my underwear on somehow. I guess I like tried to clean it up enough. I don't know. I'm guys, I'm second grade.
Rookie mistake.
Yeah.
And there was
Ooh.
like shit all over the stall, like on the walls. and shit,
Oh my
Nice.
god.
and the toilets. And I still reeked of shit at this point. Like
It's stuck on you.
yeah, I've basically spread it around a bit. Like it's not just
Yeah.
a big clump anymore. And I decided I was gonna try to go the rest of the day until home, and I didn't last that long because everyone knew. Because this one kid came up and was
Everyone knew.
like, "Scott, did you make a doo-doo in your pants?" And I was like, "Of course not. What's wrong with you? Did you shit your
Bro.
pants?" And anyways, the teacher ended up asking me if I shit my pants, and I cried and said yes.
Did the teacher
Oh,
ask you like
man.
that?
Like,
Did you
Well,
confess.
yeah,
tell
well,
Scott?
when she was walking behind me, so I guess she could see the clump of shit in my pants just kind of doing like this.
I imagine there was some wafting involved too,
That
with the
too,
air,
yeah.
with the air passing through and all that.
And she ended up sending me home, and I took a bath.
Dang.
And that was the last year that I went to that school. Like, my parents took me out of that school. Not
I
just
would
for
like
that
to-
reason, but
I would like to connect your story to the story about this guy who turned out to be a gangster who shit his pants. He
That was
had
the
an
beginning.
issue, and we were freshmen in high school, and he lived near the high school. So he would leave at lunch if he had to take a dump and take a dump, but he didn't leave that day, which led to him shitting his pants. And let me tell you too, what was funny is I went to a gigantic high school in Chicago, and like where you go in from outside to go into the gym is where he shit his pants. It wasn't my period, but everyone in the school saw it because the janitors, he shit his pants and I guess on his way into the locker room just kind of took his shorts off outside. And the way the janitors cleaned it up was by spraying high pressure water all over to like, really all they did was move the shit around, but they like sprayed his shorts up against the brick wall and they were just stuck there for like 2 days.
Oh my god.
And there was like a monument, which maybe led to his violent behavior later because people were not kind about it.
Yeah, I mean,
It's got a lot to do with it.
It definitely contributed.
Did
There's
people
no
know it was
doubt.
him?
Oh yeah.
Well,
Everybody knew it was him.
Oh yeah.
well, I also, I mean, I also
went
want
to
to say,
Oh god.
I was gonna say, it's really interesting that Scott talked about going and like graffitiing a bathroom stall with his shit.
Yeah.
Because I actually, while I never shit myself embarrassingly in school, I did come across something similar to Scott, where one time, like in the 11th grade, I went to the restroom and I just opened the stall and it was something like out of a horror movie. Like the first thing I see is like shitty underwear on the toilet, but like in a circle around it. It almost looked like the guy like did a handstand and like
Ugh.
Oh,
break
what
dance.
grade
This,
were you in
like,
and what school was this? Because that might have been me.
breakdance. This like breakdance spun around while he was shitting, and it was just like caked on the walls. I just like looked around, and it was like, and I looked, and I remember thinking, and I don't know why I thought this. I was like, this is still fresh. I passed this dude in the hallway,
Oh,
like it had to be this guy, and I don't know. I don't know, like what
Damn.
kind of savages do things
He
like
just
that. But
Tossed a
He's-
shot grenade in there and left.
well, I was
He's
just
like
like, how do you
a-
get it on the walls? Was my question. Like what happened?
Very
You'd be
careful.
surprised.
You
It's
gotta-
actually not that difficult.
my guess is
how
some
is it
people
not
are
that
into
difficult?
that, and I'd like to ask Cam why.
Is
Well-
it because you stand up and wipe your ass? Is that it?
I
Like,
stand up
and
and
you
wipe
like
my ass.
move?
Oh, I stand
I
up
know
and
we
wipe my
talked
ass,
about
too.
this on another podcast. I forget what it was, but we've talked about this.
Maybe.
Was
There's a
it
good
third-
chance
was it
that I.
third shift?
There's also a chance that I just didn't want it on my hand, so that the closest available object was the wall.
Was the wall not any toilet paper, like the wall?
That's a good point. But I was in
You're
second grade.
improvising at that. You're improvising at that.
It's
Hey, dude,
jazz,
I've-
baby.
I've
It's
shit
jazz.
myself. I am in a tizzy. I am in a panic. I don't know what I'm doing.
It's straight jazz. He's in the pocket. It's improvisation.
He's in the
his
zone,
fucking
man.
element,
Oh, man.
He's in his
Yeah,
element.
dude. You're the John Coltrane of disposing of shit.
I don't get the reference.
It's a jazz musician, you savage.
I
Yeah, I
made the
feel like-
connection. I'd never heard of him, but I figured, oh, it's probably a jazz musician.
See, there you go.
It's-
Context, Cam. Come on,
Yeah,
man.
No, I'm stupid, guys. You got to lay it out for me.
that's not stupid. You just don't listen to jazz.
Yeah.
Or
You're not dumb.
context.
Yeah, context clues.
So who's first, Scott? Excuse me, I have to hit my
oh.
vape.
Are we done with the shit stories?
Yeah.
Everybody shit it
Or
out.
do you got one, Camden, right?
I've got multiple.
I've got
I wanna
quite
hear
a
at
few
least
shit
one.
stories.
He's like, which one do you want?
You're the only,
Take-
I feel like you're the only one here who's ever had the balls to go in front of a large group of people in person and tell one of these stories. So I definitely would like to hear
Yeah.
one, Cam.
Okay. So I'm not going to tell the one I just told the story about shitting myself at Home Depot again last night on our podcast. So that's out there already.
Go ahead and check that
That's
out.
BABBLIN, DABBLIN.
Yeah. But like 2 or 3 years ago, I was working for a dump truck company.
Yeah, you were.
And we stopped the night before in Brunswick, and I ate at this seafood place called Mr. Snappers, and I do not recommend it.
Mr. Snappers.
Yeah, Mr.
Sure, that
Snappers.
wasn't a gay strip club. That's cool if it was, but
Listen, there were wieners about. I mean, no doubt about it. But next day we're driving. It's like 3 of us all going to the same place, and I'm just cruising along, and I farted, and I was like, that didn't feel right. So I pull off on the side of the road, and I check, and I shit myself. So I'm like, okay, this is not good.
How
So I
did you? What
fucking-
was your checking method?
I pulled my underwear down and looked.
He
I was like,
used the
"There's-"
Greek method.
I was like, well, that's not the same color it started
were
off
you
as.
in your rig or were you just in a
Yeah.
car?
No, yeah, we were all in our own trucks. So I had stopped and fell behind everybody else. And one of the guys called me like, I don't know, 5
Save
or
it
10
for
minutes
me.
later. And was like, "Hey man, what happened? Are you all right?" I'm like, "No, I shit my pants. I had to change."
He's like,
He was
Roger that, brother.
He was like,
10-4.
"Yeah, I wouldn't have told anybody that, but okay."
10
Great.
for
Yeah.
good buddy. I got a big old load of chocolate down here.
Camden can, if you think really hard, you can remember back to the seafood buffet and remember the one item that you got, and you were like, I probably shouldn't, but you did anyway.
It wasn't a buffet. It was a made to
Did you
order
eat-
thing.
Did you eat crappy? So it was a fish
No.
restaurant, right? Seafood, right?
It was fried catfish bites.
Okay.
Probably not fried enough.
Yeah.
Anyone else, or should we move on?
I mean, I got one, but it's I don't know. It's not that funny. All right,
Come on, Chris. Let's hear about that doo-doo, baby.
You mean
We're
y'all
already down
should
this
be-
hole.
Everyone's shit story was so
Hey,
good. I just
This is
don't know.
initiation, man. Come on.
all right. So in college, I lived in Decatur, and I took MARTA everywhere, and I was taking MARTA to go to school, and the MARTA, I don't know how it is now, but the MARTA system back then was really fucked up. Like sometimes it would take like 35, 45 minutes for your train to get there. And so like I'm waiting, and the bathrooms, all like pretty much all the MARTA bathrooms are closed off because bums just go in there and do whatever. So either I can like go back to my house, which is like a mile away, and take a shit, or I can just wait for the train to get there and hopefully make it. And I didn't make it, and I shit myself. And I just had to go to school with shitty underwear. And then when I got to school, I threw them away in the trash can.
See, that's a pro move, though.
Yeah, it is a pro
Nice.
move. You got to throw your underwear away in the trash can.
You got to cut your losses. You got to cut
You
your
do.
losses and adapt and
cut it.
overcome.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cut
And
your
then-
losses and run.
And while I'm alleging what happened today was the first, I'm only alleging today what happened to me was the first time it happened, is because of the volume. I've certainly mistrusted a fart here and there, and
Yeah.
I've been on a date before back in the day and had to throw my underwear away, but I didn't consider that shitting my pants. That was just, it was a misunderstanding between me and my butthole.
Well, I had like
He was
the
talking shit.
squirts.
Yeah.
You know, like the squirts are kind of hard to hold in, and
Yeah.
you know, it
Nothing
just
you can do about it.
yeah. You can try and quench your butt cheeks, but sometimes
That liquid don't stop for nobody.
yeah,
No.
it just seeps out.
Sometimes the levees break.
I know we were all
One-
supposed to show up. Unlimited minutes. Nice. I was going to say, I
Goddamn,
know we
Scott.
all were supposed to show up with a question and a topic, but I would like to take credit for the shit topic. So I feel like I'm off the hook there.
Yeah, and I threw my
That's too much
top
for me.
That's
out with the
it.
Kanye thing.
All right.
Well, we may get back to is Kanye gay? That's not that bad. I mean, it's pointless, but not that bad.
All right, let's go back because they're getting divorced. Him and Kim Kardashian. They
Really?
are actually
Really?
getting divorced.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's almost
I
like
didn't
that
know
got
that.
lost in the sauce from the
Yeah.
seat of our government being sieged by inbred retards. Sorry,
Well, that's not
our
important.
words.
Hey, they're
Kim
doing a
K.
good job back there, okay?
No, they're not.
They're
They're
trying
back
their
there-
little
they're-
hardest.
They're back there making things happen, okay? I had
Ugh.
to take a break from my fellow patriots behind me. I had to take a
Yeah,
break.
we appreciate your time.
Because I told Scott I would do the podcast. So we're
That's actually a live image behind you. They're just all standing very still and
They're
solidarity.
doing the
Pretty
mannequin
quiet.
challenge.
Hey, they're
Yeah.
peacefully protesting, staying very still.
exactly, exactly.
They're doing the
Very fine
mannequin
people.
challenge.
Oh, not bad. It's all it's
So
close.
it was a reach.
Yeah.
Nah, hey, I love this, but I poop my pants and I'm 36 years old, so don't take my advice.
You, you're 36.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, get them off.
Yeah.
Get them off.
Don't trust anybody over 29.
Don't trust us either. Shit.
Yeah, I'm 29. That works.
Yeah, I'm 29. So I'm
How old are you,
okay,
Blake?
I
How
guess.
old is everybody?
I'm 31.
Okay. All
Also
right.
old.
Okay.
Pretty
Well,
old.
as the oldest, I can't follow that up with anything.
As the senior residing member of this
Yeah.
panel.
Graham just won.
I demand
seniority.
respect.
I don't.
And satisfaction.
I do.
All right, so I got a topic. Well, it's not really a topic. It's more of a story that I read the other night with some context I'm going to give you. So the context is I've been wanting to go camping for a while now. I've never went camping before in my life.
Really?
Yeah, and I thought it was a good idea to go to Reddit and look up. One second. Deep woods hikers and campers. What is the strangest or scariest situation you've come across?
Bruh.
So I
This is
thought.
definitely all gonna be gay.
Nah, man, shit's scary. Nah, shit's scary in the woods. I've done a lot of camping. It's scary in the
yeah.
woods, boys. And your butthole's your least of your concerns, man.
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh
man.
yeah, because if you feel something coming on, you can literally just drop trowel and let it
Yeah.
happen.
I've been told to get a 5-gallon bucket, and then there's like a toilet attachment, like a lid. There's like a poop lid you can put
Dude,
on top
Yeah.
of
you
it.
can
You
get
can
a
just-
little pool noodle, put it around the top of that bucket.
Just
That
shit in
is
the
actually
woods,
pretty
man.
ingenious.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
Or you could. I'm a Chicago
Or you can
kid,
shit
but I
directly
was a
into the
Boy
noodle.
Scout.
well,
Or
you
yeah,
know,
you could do that too. It's like fettuccine.
the world. I
Requires
mean,
a little more practice.
the world is your toilet. The
Yeah.
real tool that you're gonna need is a gun, obviously.
So you can shoot your asshole after
I guess
you
it
poop.
depends on how deep you are in the woods.
No, you just need a gun. You just need a
Just
gun at
poop.
all times.
Well,
Sure,
speaking
yeah.
of needing a
Poop into the
gun, I
slide
would have
and
wanted a gun on
dispose
this
of it.
story. So,
Oh, geez.
this story is, I mean, there's no title to it. I'm just gonna start reading the story. I was hiking a section of the North Umpqua Trail, northern
First
part of
mistake.
Southern Oregon, a few years back with my SIL, whatever that means. I don't know the lingo here. It's a 72-mile trail broken into sections that can be easily hiked in a day. At the time, I lived about midway up the trail, fairly remote in a small community. It was mid-fall this one day when we set out. The trail was running along the south side of the North Umpqua River and was pretty up and down in the beginning. We made it to a fairly flat section that was running just above the river. There was this beautiful view of the river through the trees, so we stopped to get pictures and take a water break. This is where things take a turn. I immediately felt extremely uncomfortable, like someone was watching us. I slowly turned my head to look behind us across the trail, and up a very small incline through the trees, I could see a small meadow. Across the meadow, maybe 15 yards from us, was a tent, an old canvas-style tent. As I'm looking, I notice bones strung from the trees all around the meadow,
Oh shit!
like creepy death wind chimes, which I thought was badass. It sounds like a hardcore band.
That does sound badass. It's some Cannibal Corpse shit.
The words sound badass. The experience does not.
Yeah. My stomach just clenched and dropped. I leaned into Sill, which I guess, probably short for Sylvia. I leaned into Sill and whispered, "Do not turn around and look behind us. Just continue walking up the trail and run when I tell you." We were close enough to the river that nobody not right next to us could have heard this. She did exactly as I told her, setting off the brisk walk we'd been at before. We got maybe 10 yards and I could hear footsteps through the forest floor coming from behind and slightly above us. That part of the forest is very dense. There's a thick moss cover under the trees, so footsteps make a very specific sound. I leaned forward and told her to pick up the speed, and then so did the person behind me. So I told her to start running, and for two middle-aged women, both slightly overweight, we ran like the damn wind. I just kept telling her, go, go, go. So I'm not going to read the rest of the story, but the exception of a part where because there's a bit more to it, but I don't want to sit here reading a story for the whole podcast. The
fine.
police told her, "I'm not going to show you what you saw or explain to you what happened there, else you'll never go hiking again."
Whoa.
And told her,
What?
yeah, it was apparently serious. Like it was like some dude was just fucking murdering people and folks and like hanging up bones around the fucking meadows.
If
Hell
they
yeah.
know about it, go in and do something, dude.
Oh,
he's
they did
probably white.
now.
Yeah, well, they found out. Yeah.
Yeah. It
That's
was fucking
crazy.
nuts, dude. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like when you're in the woods, just take a gun with you.
So that changed my desire to want to go hiking.
Now that's always good advice.
Yeah.
Fine.
Because if you have the gun and shit gets real, you can just kill yourself and get out of it.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
true.
at the very worst possible case scenario.
What?
you know,
Worst? That's like first step. Shit.
In my
Minor
case, it would
inconvenience.
jam and not shoot.
I mean, bro, if it's like a full on like the Mist situation where these like
Yeah.
otherworldly demon giant crickets are hunting people down and you just want to take the easy way out. Like,
I was thinking
absolutely.
just like like a bear, just like, nah, fuck this.
Or even, yeah, I mean,
Like a bear coming out like, nah.
Or I'd be like, oh, why am I not sleeping in my own bed?
I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah. This is slightly obnoxious. Wow.
the Wi-Fi here blows.
It's almost non-existent. Hey, what do you think would happen if you shot a bear in the dick?
It would
Nothing.
probably
It's
be
gonna
super
kill you.
pissed.
It's gonna,
gonna-
yeah.
yeah.
You think
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Yeah.
I'd imagine that's how the band name I Wrestled a Bear Once came about.
No matter what, that bear's gonna get to you and kill you.
Yeah.
If it
Do you ever
wants to-
see that movie? Was it The Revenant with
Yes.
Leo?
Yes. Oh God.
I
He
haven't
shot
seen
that
it.
bear like 3 times, and it was still coming after him.
And that's a documentary.
Yeah, about my dad.
So that I knew Chris was something. I thought he was Puerto Rican. It turns out he's Native American.
No,
Yeah.
I'm Native American fur trader.
Bear
Okay.
hunter, bear trapper. Have you guys have seen the Grizzly Man
Wind
documentary?
talker.
I'm assuming, right?
Mm-mm.
No.
Oh my God, that's everyone's homework this week. Go watch Grizzly Man. You psychos are gonna love that movie. Listen, it's first of all, it's Werner Herzog. Who, I don't know if you've ever seen any of that, but you guys probably saw The Mandalorian. He was like the German
Oh,
talking,
yeah.
the guy who from the Empire who was like,
Oh yeah.
we just get the child. That guy's actually like a Academy Award-winning documentary director, and one of his documentaries is The Grizzly Man. And I'll leave it at that. We'll do a whole episode. If you guys all have time, watch the Grizzly Man documentary, and we'll come back next week. I don't want any spoilers, but it's about a dumbass who goes out into the woods and tries to make friends with grizzly bears in Alaska during mating season.
Oh, and they kill him, right?
Oh God.
Oh yeah. But the
Yeah.
documentary
Nice.
about who he is and how he got out there, and he's got a
Okay.
fake Australian accent, and
A
he
fake
drags some poor
Australian
lady out there. It is a
Camden does a pretty
study-
good Australian accent.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
about to call a random Australian accent sound off.
All right, all right.
That's
Let's
not.
take it-
That's,
Oi,
Let's
mate.
take it easy.
All
Like,
right,
crikey.
Let's start
Crikey.
with, let's
Your
start with-
dingo ate your baby.
oh no, that was good, Chris. Then we'll start,
Yeah, that
Chris.
was
that
good.
was yours. Who's next?
Good eye, mate.
all right.
Boy, cunt.
Probably
That's
less
not a
authentic.
knife. This is a knife.
Camden, yours actually kind of sucks in comparison.
Yeah, no, I'm bad, dude. I'm terrible.
You did
I
great.
see you've played knifey spoony before.
Australia's an elaborate hoax anyway, so it's all right. It doesn't matter.
That's true. It doesn't even
Yeah.
exist.
You also sound
That's-
kind of like a pirate, Graham.
Yeah. Well, I'm not. I wasn't the one who was like, I'm awesome at Australian accents.
That's true.
And
never
Australians
said I
sound kind of
was.
like pirates. Jeez.
Yeah, that's a good point. Good point.
Yeah.
They
Well-
started piratism.
Let's.
Did
let-
they?
I don't know if
They're
that's accurate.
all prisoners sent to like a sand country.
I don't know how much
Like a
science there is
desert
to back
country.
that up, bud.
Yeah, there's
I'll
probably
bring
some
the receipts
historical
next week.
accuracy there. There's probably some historical accuracy there in that, like, some of them were pirates who were sent to live in Australia. That's
Yeah,
probably
that's true.
accurate. Yeah.
Man, Australian pirates, it's a thing. It's the thing.
She's really upset. I'm gonna stick my thumb in a bum.
Dang.
And that's how you rip your
alligator. That was
pants.
a. You guys are probably. Do you guys even remember Steve Irwin? You young kids.
Yeah.
You guys don't even remember.
I
Steve
do.
Irwin.
You're young
Yes.
whippersnappers.
He was a global hero, man.
He was my hero when I was a little
Saint
kid.
Irwin.
I thought he was tight as fuck. He would just like
Yeah.
grab like the black mamba and like
Yeah.
it would like snip at him and he just wouldn't even like care. He'd just be like, oh yeah, it's trying to bite me, but I got it.
Oh yeah, and
Do you
he'd
got
see
it,
like
bro?
a rock with like a little tiny hole in it that was as big as his body, and he'd be like, "She went in there," and he'd jump in there and like head
And he'd
first.
go
Like
grab
Santa
it.
Claus fitting
wild,
out a
bro.
chimney.
He was out here living, dude.
Yeah.
Steve
Now he's not.
was a buck, son of a gun.
Yeah.
He's awesome. I miss him. R.I.P.
R.I.P.
His
Steve
death
If
really
you
stung.
ever talk to an Australian about
Fuck
Steve
up, Scott.
Irwin, watch your step.
Yeah,
Don't make
he's-
fun
he's
of him.
like-
Camden was the only one that caught that,
I didn't
or
hear
at
it.
least acknowledged it. I said his death really stung.
Oh my god.
Beep, beep, beep.
Hmm,
Sorry, Cam. That
So-
I didn't mean to appropriate your culture there.
it's okay.
So this makes me think of a question I had for the show. Actually,
All
is
right.
it too early for questions?
Nah.
I think we've actually the only topic we don't have is Blake's, but we can just swap. Oh wait, you haven't got a topic either.
Chris
so
didn't do a topic
we
either.
can just
Ah,
swap
fuck, I
the
was
question
trying
and
to-
topic. That's fine.
I was trying to. I don't have a topic.
He's
I
trying to
think
get
if
out of
we
the
all
topic.
have something though, that will drive the conversation.
Yeah,
not
yeah, that's
necessarily
fine.
need to go
Yeah.
down the line. I don't think.
Yeah, that's fine.
So yeah, if I think of a topic, I'll bring it up. So if
Yeah.
you could pick like any job in the world, and you could just have that job, what would you pick?
Not fucking truck driving.
Well,
It's a good
Excuse
one.
me.
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Take
I
the
would
pressure
probably
off
be
us.
like, I'd probably be like a politician and like try to get like a Senate or House seat because those dudes make bread and I'm trying to get paid. I don't care
And they
what
don't
you're
have
trying to get me
term
to
limits.
pass. Exactly. Whatever you want me to pass. Like you want me to like bring asbestos back? Like, yeah, okay. If the price is right, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Oh yeah. No,
So
it's definitely a quick way to the loot.
Yeah.
I'd probably make a very simple video game and then make a ton of money off of microtransactions.
Microtransactions?
oh
That
yeah,
is-
yeah.
That's actually I'd never considered that. That's pretty good.
Nah, for real though. I would want to be in a band, like just a touring band or something.
yeah. And you could be like the like greatest band in the world if you wanted
Oh,
to.
yeah.
Like you can do whatever you want. You could be Willy Wonka if you wanted to,
Oh fuck.
which is like my second choice.
I want to be space security for SpaceX because
Not
they
Space
just-
Force.
Not no. I'm not going to be in Space Force. I'm going to be in the private sector.
The
Yeah,
private
okay.
You know what I
sector.
mean?
Elon.
Because like all this stuff we're putting into space, and we're going to be colonizing Mars soon. There's going to be like a contingent of mercenaries. They're going to have to go up there.
Also, it'll be
Dude, you're
easier to
gonna be
get away
like-
with murder because the laws are going to be more laxed
There
outside
are
of
no,
Earth.
There is
there
no
are no
laws.
laws.
Hmm.
Yeah, no,
and
that's the ultimate international waters.
And I've got like a zero G spacesuit and just like a decked out rifle, and I'm just
Blake's just
up
gonna
there.
be.
So you want to be the
You're gonna
Mandalorian?
be.
I mean, kind
You're gonna
of.
be.
Yeah.
You're gonna be Mars. You're gonna be Mars Blackwater.
Yeah, I
pretty
want to be
much.
Mars Blackwater. I think that would
Okay.
be pretty tight.
Hold on, I got a
That
question.
would be
I think-
sick. Just
I think
know.
that'd
If
be
there's
sick.
any civilians on Mars, keep your eyes peeled.
Get the
Yeah,
fuck
take
out.
it easy.
I
take
think
it
that, I
easy.
just think that'd be tight as fuck. I mean,
Okay,
China,
so
China already has a base on Mars. What happens if we get in a war up there?
fuck.
I
That'd be
wouldn't want to
nuts.
fight China on Mars. I mean, I'm not shitting on your dreams here, man, but I don't think I'd
Yeah.
want to engage in war on Mars with China
With China, that'd be
China.
or
Yeah.
anyone. I don't want
That'll be cool.
to. It'd be
Yeah,
cool
what you
to,
got
like,
against
go to
China?
outer space.
I
Yeah,
just
no,
think
I'm
Imagine-
saying.
if
Why
there
would
was
I
a war
wanna
on
fight
Mars,
China?
if there was a war, I don't have anything against China if they're listening. But if there was a
They
war
are.
on Mars,
Shout out to China, bro.
they are. If there was a war on Mars, it would most certainly be between the United States and China.
Yeah.
Definitely not Russia.
I mean, that's
That
an
would be
interesting
crazy.
thing about going to space, though, because, you know, like within our lifetimes, or at least y'all's lifetimes, because I'm so much older than you guys, there's probably, you know, the opportunity will arise at some point for like regular people to go visit space.
God, your camera's about to shut off.
So if you were waging war in space, would you have to use like swords and shit? Because guns wouldn't work in space.
I think they'd work on
There's
Mars,
no
though.
oxygen.
No, I think Chris has
Well,
a good
there's-
point. Well,
There's no
that and-
oxygen, so the gunpowder can't combust.
No, that's
Right?
well.
The science.
You
I
just
think that's
feed it.
how that works actually.
I
I'm
think
sure you
Yeah.
could feed it
'Cause-
oxygen.
'cause
though.
you
I
need a
don't know.
spark.
I don't know how
True,
difficult
you
it would
could.
be though to pump oxygen
could put, like,
into
a
the action of a rifle.
Space
though.
suit rifle.
It
like, put a
probably-
space thing on.
to be honest with you, it probably wouldn't be a conventional gun. It would be probably some type of
Oh.
magnet. It would
You
probably
guys
be like,
want the actual answer?
it would be some
Yeah.
type of
Yeah.
No, it's gonna be some type of magnetic gun, or it's gonna be some type of gas powered gun.
Whereas a gun is
Hold on.
gas powered though.
Well,
That's what I'm saying.
I'm sorry,
I
like a
feel like-
CO2 fed.
But I'm saying if you just if you took the if you took the receiver and put it in some kind of enclosed space and just we're feeding it oxygen, it only needs enough oxygen to create the spark, because once the projectile
Right.
leaves the barrel, it's going to travel anyway.
Forever.
You know what I mean, it doesn't need oxygen to travel.
Right.
Until it hits some random planet and kills some kid on in another galaxy.
We don't care here. We don't care there. USA.
What was the answer?
Fires
sorry.
can't burn in the oxygen-free vacuum of space, but guns can shoot. Modern ammunition contains its own oxidizer, a chemical that will trigger the
Oh.
explosion of gunpowder and
You
thus
just have to hit
firing
the
of a
firing
bullet.
pin. You just have to hit the firing pin.
Wherever
Okay,
you are in
so-
the universe.
So now my
Yeah.
question comes into play. If you shoot a gun in space, are you just gonna like comically shoot backwards? Like
Yeah.
you're gonna shoot it
Probably.
and then just
Will you?
fly fucking backwards from the
Yeah,
kickback?
it's actually, if you
and the
were-
bullet
if you were-
stays still, but you get shot. Yeah.
If it's
No,
a
if
really
you
high
were-
engine.
if you were floating in space and you fired a gun, you would travel the opposite direction of the bullet at the exact same speed.
Yeah.
If
You
you were
would
just
prob-
in the vacuum of space,
You would probably
that's
you'd probably just start
Newtonian
spinning.
science, baby.
You would just start spinning. You would
Right.
just start
Look, all
Yeah,
this.
at
Let's
the
get
same
rich so we
velocity
can go
that
shoot
you
guns.
Fired. We're talking about fighting on Mars, though. There's some gravity. There's a little
there's some
give
gravity.
Here. You're not
We'll have to adjust
necessarily
for
gonna
bullet
just-
drop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, obviously, there's going to be chainsaw swords,
Oh, it's like
yeah,
Doom.
Like Gears of
It's
War.
like fucking Doom.
yeah, just stuff you need on Mars to fight.
Yes.
Hey, look, he's making up his own job. I don't want to shit on the man. I
yeah,
like
well,
this.
I mean, that's my dream job.
You shit on
It's-
yourself.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
That's- So that's what I'm digging.
So who all answered? Scott, Chris, Blake.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, any job. Yeah, actually, so my first job, other than like working in a movie theater and stuff when I was a teenager, was being in the military. And when I was in the Air Force,
dream job.
defending your guys' freedom, by the way,
Thank
me,
you for your service.
Thank you.
deployed here, wherever I was. A vast majority of the time I spent in the Air Force was watching TV, especially at work. That was a big
Thank
thing.
you for that.
That's a big
Yes.
sacrifice. Thank you.
Yeah, we watched like
Our tax dollars that word.
there were times, and a lot of people I know I was in the Air Force with will always reference these times where we worked real hard and things were mildly hairy. But if I was to do the math, I would say that was about like 8% of the time I was in the Air Force was doing that. Most of it was like, watching TV and trying to, bang people who worked in other offices. But I remember everyone complaining about work at that time in my life, and I came up with this theory that almost anything you will do for a living will eventually become work. Like if you were the vagina taste tester at the Playboy Mansion,
I used to have that job.
after a certain amount of time, you would be like, oh God, I'm trying to go. I'm trying to take a vacation here, guys.
Trying to suck some dick instead, man. What's going on?
Anything. Give me anything else to do.
Is this
I just gotta
Scott's
keep taste testing all these amazing vaginas, and I don't, but that would be my job.
Taste testing vaginas?
The taste?
Yeah, at the Playboy.
The-
Mansion.
Okay.
Oh,
Gotcha.
The sommelier?
That was a nice segue into that.
Kind of brought it back around.
I'm kidding though. It wouldn't. It would just be to like, I don't know, podcast or whatever it was. It would be something that required minimal input, and then I had a lot of time.
My dream job is no job, but getting paid.
Honestly.
Right. See, there you
Big
go.
You
facts.
can do that for your job.
You could be a
can do that for your
politician.
job. That's what I did.
Sounds like you should run for Congress.
He was way ahead the
Circle. Full circle.
Yeah. My dream job would be a Sasquatch hunter.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
I don't know
That's
how much
thinking.
return
Awesome
there
choice.
is.
I
on
actually want to change my answer, and I want to change mine to hunting Sasquatches with Camden.
All right, dude. Let's get a little
I'm
Sasquatch.
gonna. You've
Like-
inspired me to change mine to hunting Sasquatch hunters.
Oh shit.
Oh
Oh shit.
That's the third season. That's the third season of the
Hunters
show
the
right
twist.
there.
You gotta wait a second.
What a twist.
Sasquatch Hunters. It's a spinoff.
What a fucking
can do-
twist.
No.
You can do that. There's
If
M. Night
someone was
Shyamalan
willing to
directing this
pay me
podcast.
to hunt Sasquatch, I would, I would, as long as someone was paying me, as long as it wasn't like dependent on my ability to find Sasquatch, because then you're never gonna eat again.
Nah,
No,
man,
dude,
it's like
It's for the love of the game, bro.
it's like a
Yeah.
it's like a cushy Nat Geo show. Like you're getting like
yeah,
60,
exactly.
you're getting like
Yep.
$60,000 a year. You just fucking go around and hunt Sasquatch.
And if you
I
don't
think
find
we need to
anything,
diem,
just
reformat
make
this
up a
whole
lie.
diem, rental
show. We need to
cars.
reformat this entire podcast to try to lobby for that to be our jobs, because I'm
Dude.
with it.
What if we could just make this podcast all 5 of us searching for Sasquatch at once through Zoom
And,
calls?
and Scott,
In
you
our
get to go
off- in-
camping.
in
Is
my
it just
office.
us walking around our backyards holding our phones?
Hey, Sasquatch, you there? No, he's not here. Okay.
Camden,
Yo,
I don't see him.
Sass. Yo, Sass.
That's definitely an episode. Scott, write that down. That's an episode, man.
The
All of
Sasquatch
it.
hunters, the Sasquatch hunters would be better than those bastards that hunt ghosts.
Yeah.
I'm
They're
just on my
pretty
camera.
similar.
I'm hunting you guys while y'all are hunting Sasquatch.
Although those shows are pretty similar. That's
girl.
always I've always felt that way about ghost hunters and Sasquatch hunters, as I'm like, they film these shows way in advance. And I feel like if you proved indisputably that there was life after death or a missing link, you wouldn't have to wait till Friday at 7 o'clock to find out.
Yeah.
yeah.
We've been holding on to this one, guys. It's a big
Sasquatch is
episode.
too smart to be caught. That's why it's
6
so much
months
fun.
ago, 6 months ago, we found out that there is life beyond this mortal coil. But you got to watch this
Yeah.
Toyota commercial to find out.
Stay tuned.
Gotta get
Toyota
paid, bro.
vibe.
Gotta get paid.
That was a good topic.
Yeah.
Got a
Hey,
lot out of it. We really milked that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a.
Too bad none of us wanted to be a milker for a living.
And
Now, hold on, Cam. You sounded disappointed. You. have
I just
feelings
wanted
about
someone to be a
being
milker.
Yeah, I mean, well, he said we really milked that one. I said that would have been great. You know, I thought that would have been perfect for somebody, but it's not.
Well, if we ever get paid to do this, we'll all be professional milkers.
I mean, I milk myself all the time. I think I'm pretty pro at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I perform at a pro level. I'm just like a free agent, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you wasn't with me shooting in the gym, and that's preferable because I like to do it alone.
Dude, that all works out.
I got another question. Two.
Alright.
I got two of them.
All right. In lieu of a
Okay.
topic, he has
So-
2 questions.
I don't have a
Yeah.
I don't have a question, so thank you, sir.
Yeah,
You guys are really
okay.
fucking slacking tonight. You should have come
doing
prepared like me and
great.
Scott.
Sorry.
Why is Chris at the bottom? He should be up next to me.
Yeah.
I am
I
next
told
to you
you.
on mine.
What?
Oh, okay.
Everybody's format is weird,
Um,
dude.
Oh.
Yeah. So the other one is you own a gym. You own a bar, actually, not a gym. You own a bar. What would be your theme, and what would be like your drink special?
And everyone can't say Sasquatch and Sasquatch piss.
I was gonna
we
say
know
Sasquatch
Graham's
cum,
answer.
but
yeah, we know Graham's answer.
Hmm.
Let's see.
Well, I don't drink, so I'm pretty sure all my choices would be shit. So
I would just do.
Well,
I mean,
you could just do a near beer bar.
I'm a water bar.
do you want the
Because
real
you get
answer
Hydrated.
or the funny answer?
Both.
I really
Yes.
said the Sasquatch thing for Cam, but yeah, if he's not drinking, he can take that answer because I have one.
I'd have a like a Greek style bar, and the main drink would be some type of wine, but it would always be served like in like gaudy gold cups and chalices, and
Right.
Nice.
there'd be grapes everywhere, and everyone had to switch into togas when they came in.
How Greek are we
Nice.
talking?
How's
Pretty
that-
orgy Greek?
Real,
or-
I'm talking
What's,
real
uh,
Greek.
What's that
Real
finger food
Greek.
looking
So
like? You got
definitely
like
gay orgy.
tomates and spanakopita in there, like
Yeah.
really grubbing down in there. I'm in
Little
your bar every
Caprese
day, bro.
salad.
I'm just saying it'd be like real cushiony low couches that don't have backs, so people.
Are you
can
describing a
turn.
brothel?
You can just.
I'm just saying it's Greek. It's it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
Greek
my
was fun.
that would be my bar. Like
I like
He's
that.
real.
describing a great place to me. One of my favorite cuisines is Greek food, and I obviously like to drink, and
Gay
the idea
orgies.
of like a low key place where you can just drink and wear a toga sounds actually kind of fun. I mean, I don't know.
Right.
It probably wear itself thin after the 50th dude from On Base came in there, but like I definitely would be down with
Well,
that.
it'd be members only, and it'd be very selective admission to keep a fun atmosphere. So,
I like
you know, I've thought about
Yeah.
this. I've thought about this a lot in the past 3 minutes. Uh,
it.
My bar would definitely have like a retro wave vibe, like Graham's background, and
Right.
the music would just be a bunch of retro wave music from the
Nice.
80s or current.
Chill beats.
everyone has to wear bubble vests.
Lo-fi beats to study to.
Yeah.
to drink to.
To drink to.
yeah.
Lo-fi beats to cry to.
Mine would be since I'm like Black and Irish, I want to do Black
Puerto
Irish
Rican
bar.
and Native American.
I want to do a Black Irish. I want to do a Black Irish bar.
Same thing, really.
And so like you like mesh like Black culture and you add like Irish shit to it. So it'd be like Michael Jordan with like a shillelagh or something.
Drinking
like
and fighting is what we're talking about, right?
I'm going to slave
Well,
boat
that's
this basketball.
that's all Irish culture is drinking.
We're
and
talking
fighting.
about drinking and fighting. That's not like.
Well, no, you know, like
Well, which
like,
well,
like
which
Pat-
culture
St.
is the
Patrick's
drinking,
Day.
Graham?
Drinking and fighting is everybody. That's all, like
Yeah.
whatever you add. If you're like, I'd like to make a bar where it's like Italians and Russians all together. It's human beings. You're talking about drinking and fighting.
Yeah.
Like,
That's- yeah. But no, it'd be like kind of like a Patty's pub, and also like you know like the Boom Boom Room with like the
Yeah.
fucking pool tables.
Oh,
And
yeah.
like the drink would be Black Irish car bomb.
Okay.
So it'd be Hennessy, and you drop it into a pint of Guinness.
Nice.
It'd make you puke all the same.
Yeah,
The
for
regular
sure.
Irish.
It's kind
carbon.
of like it's kind of like a novelty, you know.
Are you,
like
I
do
do
you
like-
sell,
$15
do you sell
for it.
food at your bar?
This is making me
Yeah.
want tacos.
Yeah, like shepherd's pie, but like fried chicken shepherd's pie.
Oh
and-
shit! Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
the number one combo is just fried chicken with a shot of Jameson.
Yes, that'd be that sounds like something I want right now.
Wow.
Fried
I'm
chicken and
actually,
Jameson
I'm,
sounds
I'm
delicious.
actually in my head rolling around the idea if I have the stuff in my house right now to make fried chicken shepherd's pie. That's never crossed my mind, and it
Dude,
sounds
that sounds good.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's the kind of fusion the world needs. Everyone's been so afraid to merge Irish and Black cuisine and culture, but Chris, I think you're really onto something.
What's the hashtag?
Yeah, man.
I think this would do really well in certain parts of New York.
I would like to argue though that in some respects there's a lot of like food in the West. There's like a lot of West Indian food that is like sort of a mishmash of like Irish and English cuisine and kind of
Oh,
like
definitely.
soul food. You know what I mean? Like if you eat
Huh.
like if you eat a lot of Jamaican food, you know, like a lot of it's like curried this and curried that with like, you know, fried root vegetables and collard greens and, you know, like a lot there is
Are you-
actually more cultural transmission there than you would imagine.
Huh.
Yeah.
I only really eat Little Caesars stuffed cheesy bread.
Ah,
They-
It's about the extent of my culinary adventure.
Dude,
Yeah.
I ate I delivered to the store in Milledgeville the other week, and there's a pizza place right in like the parking lot basically. It's called Bebop's, and they had a pesto pizza.
Sorry, I don't know if anyone else noticed that. You like slowed down and then sped up. It's like
Oh,
He
did
caught
I?
up with himself. He caught
Yeah.
up with himself.
Sorry, does that happen every time I click off
No.
this screen?
no.
Oh, okay, because I've been doing that a lot. But anyway, I ordered this pizza while I was doing my deliveries for the night, and it was really good. It was pesto pizza, so it was like a pesto sauce, chicken, roasted red peppers, and mozzarella cheese.
Okay.
And it was $16, and I ate it all by myself.
I'm
Damn.
proud of you, man.
Excellent.
listen.
That's a great story.
It physically pained me to eat it.
We're all doing the best we can. That's what I tell everybody I know. Hey, man, we're all doing the best we can.
Everybody fuss funny to somebody.
Yeah.
Pesto pizza is delicious.
Pesto is tight.
I think the only time I've
gross.
had pesto was on trout.
Oh.
It was
I
really
want
good.
this Black
Well,
Irish
we
bar to
fancy.
happen. I can't forget about this. I want
Yeah.
this
Right.
Black Irish
Write it
bar to
down.
be a thing.
Hey man,
Jot it
we can
down,
all go in.
You know
I
that
mean,
I know a spot.
You know, Chris,
Oh,
you're
it's-
you're technically an ultra minority. You may be able to get like some grants.
You
They
can-
don't give
Like-
grants to Irish people.
Ah,
They've
yeah.
been
Well, but he's half black and half Irish,
yeah.
and a
He'll
quarter
get
Puerto
half-
Rican.
You don't get Irish reparations.
Yeah,
I mean-
those stories aren't as similar as some Irish people will tell you. Like 10 minutes after the Irish got here, they ran New York City. That was
I'm
not the
just-
case for black people.
No.
I'm just saying, you can work these angles, Chris. You can really get this off the ground.
Right, especially with the new Senate and House we got coming in.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh, that
Speaking
could be
of, are we doing
exploitable.
politics? Are we doing that?
No,
No. I just said one thing. About
As you can
politics.
see, I'm at ground
and that
zero.
was just a
right
fact.
Yeah.
Yep. I got
Anyway,
the-
Georgia turned blue.
they did.
that happened.
That did happen. That's facts.
It was
Okay.
blue. It was been blue, but
Right.
no one
Because
goes
more
out and
people
votes.
voted this time.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say. If you offer people either a complete crisis or a less than empathetic, or a candidate that makes you less than completely apathetic to the idea of voting, the popular opinion floats to the top. You know what I mean? Like I think most of us, for most of our lives, felt like, what's the point? It's always this or it's always that. And now that 500,000 Americans have died and everything is a mess and like Nazis are storming the Capitol, it was a good idea to vote. And we saw.
Oh, did
what
you just call
happened.
Blake a Nazi?
Whoa.
That's
Wow.
neo-Nazi,
Wait.
sir.
Hey,
sorry.
hold on. There's a hey, listen.
Patriot.
There's a-
Patriot.
Graham, I just want you to know there's a lot of good people on both sides of
The aisle.
the Capitol Police and the other people. There's
You
both
know
there's
what?
good people on both sides.
That's my fault. I wasn't being very objective. You're there on the ground,
Ground
right
now.
there where it's
Yeah.
happening.
Look how
I
peaceful they're
apologize.
being. They're standing completely still.
I know. Well, we're just taking a moment of silence to honor the democratic and electoral process.
Yeah. You see the Capitol Hill rock climbing wall behind me?
Yeah.
Dude.
They just put it in.
Exercise.
Chris is right on the other
Exercise.
side. Yeah,
Yeah.
We're here from multiple angles. I got a topic and a question. If we
Okay.
were,
All right. Yep.
did it. All right, so here's my question: if you could take any small animal and make it the size of a horse, what would you pick?
Do I have to keep it or just unleash it
Do
on
I
the
have to
world?
keep?
You can do whatever you want with it, man. But you got to pick one.
Pick any animal and make it the size of a horse.
Yeah. What would you?
What
pick?
about
man.
like if you made a miniature horse the size of a regular horse?
A
That
pony.
sounds like
My answer is a
that-
pony.
That sounds like the Camden. That sounds like the only possible way you could like fuck this wish up and just make it and truly make it meaningless. Like to truly make it just a complete wash, like completely unremarkable. That's what you accomplished with that.
Or turn a cat into a tiger. That's about where you're at there.
Hmm.
Oh Jesus.
Man, that's a tough one. I think I would do my roommate's kitten because she's so cute. I'd like to see her like horse size.
You know
So I
that
think that'd be adorable.
you
That's
do
just the
realize you-
scale.
I was gonna
It's
say.
not gonna
go
be
ahead and say,
shaped like
you're
a
about to
horse.
Blake's about to say.
No,
what I
I'm
was
saying
about to
like
say.
horse
Go ahead,
size.
I was
sir.
gonna say you
That's
do
big as a
realize
horse.
you just created like an ultimate apex predator
Right.
that is gonna like viciously.
But it'll be cute
Murder.
while it does it.
Maybe it will be.
It's goddamn
So
adorable.
Cute. No, she
It's
likes
just-
me. She wouldn't eat me.
Have you ever
Uh,
seen? Have you ever seen like a baby cat, like when they don't like understand the world and they'll just like run up, like bite your foot, claw at your
Yeah.
ankle a bunch of times,
Yeah,
and
she
then
does
like
that.
look at you funny and then run away. So now imagine one the size of a horse just running up to you, biting your leg, tearing,
know-
just like searing into your flesh.
Right, you know, 'cause
Like-
you understand too that if you died in your house and nobody found you, that cat would start
Would
by
eat
eating the
me.
little soft
Yeah.
stuff. They're literally sitting around waiting for the opportunity to eat you, no matter how long you've had them. One the size of a horse is not going to wait for the opportunity. It will
No.
realize that it has the upper hand. It may take a while to get used to those long paws with the weird,
Yeah.
because I'm assuming it like kind of looks like a horse. I don't necessarily know horse size or weight. But
Yeah. But then it's gonna escape the house and it's gonna like kill half your neighborhood.
oh yeah,
I live downtown too, so
before the military show up and blow it the fuck up.
Yeah.
but she's
It's
so
gonna be
cute.
ugly.
It'd be worth it. I'm
That's how
sticking
your
with my
story. That's
answer.
how your story ends.
That's my story, and I'm sticking with it
All
because
right. I was
she's
thinking
cute.
a roly
I don't
poly.
care.
A horse-sized roly-poly?
Yeah, that would be
That's
be
Starship
fire.
Troopers. That's Starship Troopers.
That would be
What you're
fire as
talking
fuck.
about.
The only good bug is a dead bug.
Yeah.
Especially that one. Goddamn, Scott.
That would be a little terrifying.
no.
They just
but-
seem very chill. I don't know.
Imagine you can get a whole army of horse-sized roly-polies and then create a horse-sized roly-poly fighting league.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I
guys
don't
aren't even
think
thinking
you'll
like
rein 'em
capitalists.
in. Pun intended. I don't think you'll be able to rein them in.
Ah, God damn it.
All right. How about a hermit crab?
Terrifying.
Terrifying.
Scary.
But very docile. But
There's
docile.
no answer that's not terrifying, I think. What about a
What
gir-
about a shrimp?
Oh,
Oh,
I got one. That
we
I'd
just
ter-
kill it and eat it.
I'd
That's
get
it.
a.
Shrimps in the water. The shrimps in the water, though, you can avoid that just like you avoid being raped by dolphins by not going in the sea.
Right.
I'd get a. I'd do a horse-sized mini dachshund.
Nice.
That's terrifying.
Mini
It was-
dachshund.
Yeah, mini dachshund.
To create a
That's cute.
dachshund.
I like that.
You just created a
I like
Doberman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
its
That's
demeanor
With the-
may be
but-
such though that it doesn't eat you. You know.
Yeah.
But with the small legs still.
Dude,
it's
I've
just
had
like as
3
tall
min
as a
pins and they're
horse.
all fucking.
Dude, that's what I was thinking
vicious.
about the mini horse. You know, short little legs.
Yeah, that's what I was
But
thinking
just
too.
longer.
Mini-
a poodle,
and bigger. Just like
a wiener dog,
You're
horse
talking
size.
about a horse.
Ah,
No,
that's really
he
my
just,
answer.
like-
You guys just ran with it. 'Cause I'm going with giraffe.
A horse-sized
Horse-sized
giraffe.
Oh,
It's a horse.
we're gonna
baby
shrink
giraffe.
things down. We can shrink
Horse with a
down.
long neck, dude. You guys are fucking bugging.
just with the
I'm
long
trying to
neck.
think if there's anything that's small that you could turn horse-sized that wouldn't seem like some sort of horrible sci-fi movie. Like if there's something you could take that was
Praying
small,
mantis.
make it horse-sized, and it doesn't kill everyone.
A ladybug.
We don't
Yeah,
know their
maybe. I
motives.
don't know.
We don't,
They
I don't
might-
know any.
Ooh, what about a hummingbird?
Birds aren't real.
It could peck you, and birds aren't real. That's your first obstacle to overcome.
With how
Yeah,
with
yeah.
how
Yeah.
fast their wings.
Yeah, Scott. See, that's what I'm saying. As fast
Yeah.
as their wings move, you increase their size like that, they like crush your house just by flying over.
Oh, that's so badass.
There's just a wake of destruction everywhere it goes.
Yeah.
Because it's basically a tornado. You created a tornado.
Dude,
it could impale you too.
Wait. Whoa, oh shit. Sorry, guys. Don't even pay me any attention right now. I'll interrupt you in a second.
Who's that?
I don't. Who said that?
Camden.
That was the joke. Man. Come on.
Ha. God damn. You
Context.
fucking,
Context.
got me.
What are those little? Those
They,
little
podcast's new name is Context Free.
Oh, okay. Check this out. One of these little motherfuckers, the Kuwoka.
the kuoka.
Oh, those cute little bear guys. Oh, that thing's
You can't-
definitely gonna
A
eat
koala
you.
bear?
No,
I know
it's called
exactly
a
what he's
quokka.
talking about.
They're the
Yeah, it's like a
head-
bear.
Google
It's a bear that looks
happiest
like a
animal on
cartoon.
Capybara? Okay.
Google
here,
happiest
hold on.
animal on earth. It'll pop up for you because they're always smiling. But I read that they're little motherfuckers because when they're running from predators, like if it's a mom with a baby in his pouch, it'll loosen the pouch up so the baby falls out so the mom doesn't die.
Well,
Damn.
Yeah, because they're
That's why they're
animals.
so happy.
No, that's a point.
Because it's just like fuck them kids.
Hold on, let me see if I can.
Whoa, stop it.
Let me see. Can you guys see that?
What happened?
Whoa.
Oh, you started screen sharing. Okay, there you go.
Oh.
You guys
Oh,
see
fuck
that?
it.
Oh, that's a
Aw.
cloaca.
That's it
Okay.
right there.
Quokka. Is that how you say it?
Oh.
Yeah, see
Nice.
those little guys. Aw.
But
Yeah, but
is
I
it
feel like
cute?
if that thing was, yeah, see, that's its real face, but that's just how we perceive it. I feel like given half the chance.
I think it looks fucking evil.
Yeah,
I
you
think it's
realize,
definitely
like,
gonna eat you.
It has a new abundance of food sources. And
Yeah.
it doesn't have to eat
Yeah.
leaves anymore.
And it
Luckily,
looks-
they only exist in Australia. So
And Australia isn't real, so we've solved all these.
Well, they're all
problems.
pirates. They'll just leave on their boats.
Yeah.
Crikey. Cam, what was
Crikey,
your
give me all your
Australian
booty, mate.
accent? That was your Australian accent, Cam. That's what I waited this whole podcast for.
oh, I did one earlier. Scott hyped
No,
it up,
you-
and then it didn't live up to it. So I
Oi,
gave it.
cunt. All I say is oi, cunt.
Dog cunts.
Oi, you cunt. Anyway, Also, I have a topic. It's a good one.
Okay.
So I was thinking the other day about like what's the most fucked up way to die,
Hmm.
and I
Hey, hold on.
always
Before we do this, I need to get another beer.
He's
and,
gotta shit
use the
again.
restroom
Oh.
real quick.
he's got,
No,
Yeah.
I'm cleaned out, fellers. Although I am wearing a lavalier mic, so enjoy hearing me pee.
all right. So this is where
It's
you
gonna
gotta.
be like Naked Gun when he goes.
Dude,
and
look
pees.
at how Graham's chair stays partially in the camera. That's kind of cool.
I'm making a sandwich.
Hey, are you
Oh,
gonna
shit.
edit? Hey
Fine.
Scott, are you gonna edit this out?
Absolutely
No.
not.
No, we're
Tight.
just
Oh, you're
gonna-
not editing this out?
Absolutely
Oh,
not.
shit.
We're just talking. Somebody fill the dead air. Jesus.
Wanted to make sure I didn't pull my bowl up and hit.
I
it on
think Graham
camera.
can still hear you. Oh, you did pull the.
Oh, yeah, no.
You already did that.
Yeah,
Yeah, you've
no, I
done
got
it
my
already,
earpiece in
Blake.
and my wireless mic.
I thought you
using
could
the
see
bathroom.
me.
We
No,
can
we-
see you at all times.
We've got you.
I thought like I leaned down far enough you couldn't.
No, we
No,
totally
you did
saw.
it. You did it. You did
I
it
saw
like
the
Yeah,
actual
we
lead and
fucking
everything.
flat out in the camera.
I'll replace it with an ass, so it looks like you're just eating ass.
I'm sorry, man.
Nah, you're good, dude. Oh, Blake, I would like to take this moment to apologize to you again. We had you come to guest host with us one day, and then our guest canceled on us, and there was no reason for anybody to be there, and you waited there for us. And
Oh man.
When did that happen?
Can you guys hear how long
That
this
was a
pee
while
is? It's
ago.
pretty epic.
yeah,
When
it was back
when
in.
was that?
It was,
I
we were still at Triangle Arts.
Oh shit.
I like texted Cam. I was like, "Hey man, how the fuck do I like get to the studio? I'm trying to find it. I've
It
been
looks
out
like
here
I'm
for-
gonna
I
get
remember
murdered
that.
out here.
Yeah.
It was
It's-
the day that Salty bailed on us because he's
Yeah.
a fucking piece of shit.
Ooh.
well, I appreciate the apology, Cam. Thank
I
you.
think I apologized already, but just in
You
case.
did, but I appreciate
Alright.
it every time.
Yeah.
All right, man. So, well, I'm sorry again.
It's really just a formality, though. I mean,
I don't mean
we
it.
did
I
give you
just
that.
say it to be nice.
Yeah.
I have a question real quick, fellers. I need to tuck my child in. Do you want me to just drop all my stuff? You guys keep going. I'll jump back in. We still got more? More? A little more?
Yeah, we got one more topic. Can you hear while you're?
I'll be able to hear. I'm going to take my microphone off so I don't
Okay.
broadcast me tucking my kid in. But yeah, I'll be able to hear you
No,
guys.
we want to hear that, dude. Just we
I
want to
think
hear the
everyone
wholesome
cute.
content.
Hey, look, that's
Bring your camera
statistical
with
averages.
you. Yeah.
At least 1 in 5 of you wants to hear that. That's statistic.
No. The wholesomeness. We want the wholesomeness, Graham. Don't turn this into a weird thing.
I'll be right back.
All right. So this was. I was thinking about like worst ways to die. I'm glad he gets to hear this while he's tucking his child in. But worst ways to die. So I was thinking like classically, it's always been drowning for me. Like that's always just been the worst way you can possibly die is drowning.
Yeah.
But then like I read this story the other day, and actually on one of our favorite continents we've talked about on Australia, they have been having those forest fires,
Mhm.
or well, they've been having wildfires.
They don't have
So-
forest there.
Right. They don't have anything. They don't have fires either. Now that you mention it.
Yeah.
But anyway, so there was a.
Who's ringing?
Yeah, who is ringing?
I bet that's
Graham.
Graham.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna
Graham,
mute
you
him.
son of
I'm
a
gonna
bitch.
mute him. Oh, yeah, it was
So-
it
It was
was Graham.
Graham.
So they were having these wildfires, and they were kind of cleaning up the disaster area after the fact. There's still some like intermittent fires, and they're walking through this area, and they see a person, and they're like, "Oh shit, okay, we got a fatality." And they walk up, and it's a guy in like diving gear, just sitting there in this kind of field in Australia. He's just wearing diving gear. His legs are broken.
What?
And he's just sitting there in the field. Yeah. And he was burned to death. And they're sitting here like, what the fuck happened? Like someone murdered this guy, like broke his
Scuba
leg.
Steve died in an Australian forest fire.
Why are both of our
Basically.
topics horror stories?
So if you haven't figured out what happened to this guy, let me go ahead and fill you in that this is how this guy died. So he was over on the coast, like scuba diving.
Mm.
And
As they do.
And he was in some area, and one of the helicopters that puts out these fires, they have these buckets. And one of these
shit.
helicopters flew over, dumped the bucket in to pick up some water out of the ocean,
Picked up this
scooped
dickhead.
this poor motherfucker up,
Oh my god.
went back up in the air, flew, and at this point, he surfaced inside of this bucket. He's had to have surfaced and looked around and realized he's in the air. And it flies over, it dumps him out. It's not high enough in the air that it kills him. So when it dumps him out, his legs hit first. It breaks both of his legs, and then he just sits there and slowly dies in the fire and the smoke.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's pretty
Holy
lit.
fuck!
I remember
And-
this story.
And then I thought, that's it. That's the worst way to die. Yeah.
Just imagine like there's animals running over his body and like stepping on him and shit too. He's
Yeah,
like,
they're like, get out of the way, nerd.
What is dude doing in scuba gear?
Yeah, they're like,
fucking
look at
legless
this,
over here.
look at this fucking
All
clown.
right, Graham's back. Unmute him. All right, but what about if you got
Sorry,
stuck
then
in
my
a wood
stupid
chipper?
alarm went off. That was not ideal.
What if you
That's
got
all
stuck
right,
in a
guys.
wood chipper feet first, right? So you're getting dragged in, and you feel all of that,
It goes so quickly.
but then it stops,
But see,
Oh,
Ah.
man.
Like it
Runs
kinda
out of
jams.
gas.
and then it
Oh.
it intermittently starts back up, but it's never one solid, just all the way through.
no.
So it's like you get up to like maybe your knees, stops, and then it kicks back on and drags you up to your waist, stops again. You're still alive. Assume you haven't lost enough blood to die at this point, I guess.
Or
'Cause I
lose
don't know how fast you
consciousness.
die. But yeah,
Yeah, I
it's,
feel
that
like
would
you're
suck.
gonna lose consciousness a lot faster than the scuba guy who got
Hmm.
scooped up and dumped into the trees because you're still like holding on to hope. You're like, oh, what's going on? Oh, ow, my legs, and then fire and smoke. I mean, they're both pretty terrible. I would imagine another thing that would be bad is if you woke up one day, you're like, oh, I got like a cold, and then like you slowly like suffocated to death over the next 24 days. That would probably be bad.
You're talking about COVID, right?
Yeah, that was a COVID.
hey, on God, you're talking about COVID, right?
Hey,
Oh,
I
that's
think-
a question I'd like to ask that I feel like I'm tempting the fates with too, though. And we don't even have to do it this time, but I've always been curious to get with like a group of people and discuss like everyone's varying quarantines, but we don't have to do that now. Like, I mean, like all of our experiences from the beginning of the pandy to now and what will the future hold. Just put a pin holder in that because we're talking about terrible ways to die.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is one of them.
The other, I've got one last one that I thought was like, that's the most terrible way to die.
Alone on
Um,
FaceTime.
Well, real
talking
quick
to your
before you do
friends.
that, I always thought blood eagles were pretty bad,
Yeah.
especially
What's
in
a
the
blood eagle?
especially in the context that you can't
boy.
scream in pain or anything because you won't go to Valhalla.
It's where they stab you in the back and take your lungs out, and then
And they
put 'em
rest
on-
them on your shoulders, so it looks like
Yeah.
a bird.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
fucking gnarly, dude.
And they spread your skin out where the ribs, like they pull them out, so it looks like a wings.
Oh,
Who
yeah.
is they? What was
Vikings.
The Vikings.
okay.
All right, so here's another one.
wait,
so-
I don't think Chris answered.
Oh.
Getting punched in the dick and balls to death.
Hey,
See, so
That's
you
a
guys
good-
were trying to just avoid
Yeah,
that one.
I'm looking for like real world examples where it's like that was such an
Hey.
awful way to die.
you know, one
Like
of the
if someone just like punches you in the dick and balls,
You know,
It would
until
take
you
Chris-
so
die.
long, dude.
Chris is like, yeah, dude, you're walking down an alley. You're walking down an alley, and someone just hits you in the dick.
Surprise
and
dick and
balls.
ball punch.
Luke
Yeah,
Cage
you're like,
just
"Ah."
hits me in the dick and balls.
Get ready for
Yeah.
the
Like a
next
seed bag.
48 hours, man.
You just die of dehydration while you're getting punched in the dick and balls.
Basically.
kitty?
actually, you know what? Actually, I'd like to change my answer because one of the only actual things I bring to the table is that I did study history in high school, and in World War II. Oh God, there's been so many horrible ways to die in the history of war. But in World War II, the Japanese, when they
Got
were
blown
doing
the fuck up.
Thank you, Camden.
This is just before that, and that wasn't a great way to go either. For the record.
Thank you, Camden's like, but they got theirs though. That's all I'm saying.
They would cannibalize prisoners of war during like the
Oh.
island invasions because they were, basically just sent there with no provisions, very little ammunition, and told to kind of figure it out because that was part of their culture. Like when they fought wars, that like the individual soldier's life didn't matter, and they would take American and Allied POWs and they would cannibalize them, but instead of just killing them and eating them, they would like take a guy, use a really sharp sword, and say cut off his arm at the elbow, pack that
Cauterize
wound
it.
with salt, treat it, put him back in the hole, and basically just like slowly eat people until they died, and then the officers would eat like the organ meat because it had more
Nutrition.
proteins
Yeah.
and nutrition to help them to like make decisions about how to fight the war.
That's a good way to keep your food fresh, honestly, dude.
Yeah, sounds like one of the many terrible ways to go. I would like to never
Right.
have this conversation again if that's possible. After we do
Yeah.
it this time,
All right,
like
weekly
nobody
topic.
come back
Got
next
it.
week and be like, "Oh, I found another one."
Imagine how awkward that would be too. Like it reminds me of The Walking Dead when they were eating.
Hey, I'm trying to live here, bud.
Oh, oh gosh, sorry.
You're back
Don't
for
worry about
more?
this arm.
How was it? Was it good? Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it good for you? But there's a scene in like The Walking Dead, I believe, where they're like doing the same thing to Bob, I think his name or something. But they're doing
Yeah,
it like,
Terminus.
yeah, and they're eating him like right in front of him.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
one of the worst. It's of the many terrible acting scenes in that show is when he's like, "It's bad meat." That show is so retarded.
Tainted
I hate
meat.
that stupid show. And everybody on since
It's
day one of
Soylent
that
Green.
show, I wanted every one of them to get eaten slowly every episode, and it never happened. I was only happy with that show when someone finally beat Glenn to death with a bat. I was like, "Yay!"
Oh,
Okay.
R.I.P. Glenn.
All right.
I think he went on a rant on this on our podcast.
Yeah, he
weeks
did.
ago.
Yeah, oh,
Every
sorry, yeah, I
podcast,
think I've been
anytime
here
it gets
before.
mentioned, the rant will happen.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
hate The Walking Dead.
So this is the last one I read about that really happened. It was these people that had been again, they were diving, and
This drowning
they-
stuff, man.
well, they had spent. Well, they weren't drowned. They didn't drown. Which I always, like I said, I thought drowning would have been the worst way to die. But they had been something had happened, and they had got stuck down below for way too long, and it
Down
has
under.
this. It's this. I forget what it's called, but there's this thing where like basically like nitrogen builds up in your blood.
Yeah.
When you're underwater too deep for too long, and they had to like surface back up kind of quickly, and they had to put them in I believe it's called a hyperbaric chamber, and they used the hyperbaric chamber basically to even out the pressure in their system to release that nitrogen, so
Yeah.
that they don't get the bends and get sick and die. It's a lot of like, it's a real nasty way to go. So anyway, so there's like three of them, and it's a guy and two girls, and they're chilling in this chamber, and some dipshit comes in and doesn't realize that there's people in there, and he starts messing with the knobs to the chamber they're in,
Oh
and
shit.
somehow turns it up really high, and like they're inside the chamber like beating on it, trying to yell like that there's people in there, and what ends up happening is he turns the pressure up super high, so inside the chamber they slowly get crushed to death by the air.
Fucking
Oh my
fire,
God.
dude. God
Yeah.
damn, that's fucking lit.
Yeah, so
Shit.
and, but it
That's how I want to go.
it would have built up it would have built up really slowly, and it would have started like, it would have felt like a lot of pressure on your head and your whole body.
I bet it
and
still felt that way.
and then it would have been really, and then it would have got real hard to breathe because of all the pressure on you.
Like your
Yeah.
lungs and stuff. You'd probably
Yeah.
suffocate to death before anything.
Well, no, eventually they got their chest cavity crushed. They were crushed.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, I have to. Yeah, I
Oof.
have to imagine you'd be awake for quite a bit of that.
Most of
But
that.
that was what I was. That was the only thing. That was the other thing I was going to say about space travel, because I don't think that's a bad way to go. Like, because I was going to mention that, like, you know, in our lifetimes, we'll probably all be allowed to go to space at some point just to check it out.
I can't wait.
And I know people who are like, I'm not going to do that. That's dangerous. But this only further illustrates my point that
Everything's dangerous.
there's so many worse ways to go. Because like, if someone was like, oh, hey, did you hear about Graham? Oh yeah, he was impaled on a spike that slowly went up his butt for 6 months. People would be bummed out, you know, like Vlad the Impaler or
Nah, you'll
whatever.
be bummed in too, bro.
But you know, if they're like, oh, you hear about Graham? Yeah, he burned up on re-entry. That's pretty cool.
That'd be
Yeah,
like,
that's-
damn, he's an American hero.
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
God
exactly.
damn, dude. But
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
badass.
mean, Earth is flat, dude. So how are we gonna get to space, right? It's fake.
That would be easier to get to space if it was flat, right?
Nah, because we're in a dome, dude. We're under the firmament.
The
what?
what?
No, you just go to the edge of the dome.
The
I thought we
firmament.
were on the firmament.
Nah, the firmament is the glass casing that we're in. Or
See,
something.
I always
Maybe
thought
don't
the
fucking know.
firmament
I'm
was the
lying. I
flat
don't know
part.
any of this
Yeah.
shit. I don't believe flat earthers. Those fucking nerds. Go get some pussy.
You gotta at least
Dude,
learn
do you
about
guys-
it, man.
Do you guys
If you're gonna
remember that
talk
guy
about it.
that built his own spaceship? He
Yeah.
was like a flat earther, and he built his own
Yeah.
rocket to like prove it was flat. Didn't he like die?
Yeah,
Yeah, it
on
didn't
the
very well.
rocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
It was
shot
like
the
the
ro-
second time, right? Because he did it the first time, and he
Yeah.
died. He did
we
it
can
again.
actually pull it up real quick. It's on camera.
Oh, you can
Yeah.
share. Yeah, you can.
Do
screen
you
share
guys
that
want to watch him die on camera?
shit.
Hell
Yes.
yeah.
No.
At this point, why not?
You guys have had to listen to me talk for this long. Might as well see something else traumatizing.
Is this for real?
I mean, the guy built his own rocket and strapped himself to it.
Yeah. Yeah. And lo and behold, if you build your own rocket and get in it, it's
I was just gonna say, you can't exactly call this a tragedy.
Dude, live by the rocket, die by the same thing. You know what
You
I'm
know,
saying?
I mean,
Didn't
if
somebody?
that's-
Wasn't there like a farmer? Wasn't a farmer rocket movie?
oh yeah, I was gonna say that was a movie called what was it, the Farmer Astronaut
So what
or
do you
something
press?
like that?
Share screen? Is that what you do?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can pull it up if you want, because there's another way where you have to, there's something else you have to click to share video.
Optimize for video clip?
Yeah,
Ah,
do
there
that.
you go.
Probably do that, man.
Here we go. Started sharing screen. There we go.
Yo.
Nice. Look at his dumbass.
Man.
How much money did he sink into that thing?
Rocket Man. Out here alone.
Okay, so now there's supposed to be a parachute that comes out. I think you
There's
can
the
see. Yeah,
parachute.
there's
Oh, the parachute
Oh,
came
yeah,
off.
That was the,
That was the
came out already.
parachute.
Scott, back it up a little bit so we can see the parachute.
That was the parachute.
Damn.
Oh, they cut it out. Yeah, yeah, you can see right after it takes off, right in like at the
There goes the parachute.
center
Goodbye.
bottom right. There it
Yeah.
is. Yeah, bottom left. That's it.
You know, can you imagine looking back and just being like, "Well, fuck."
Could you imagine being so incredibly TikTok that you thought it was a good idea to build a rocket and to prove the Earth was flat?
I hope you saw the curve.
Dang.
Yeah. And then I think just hit stop sharing. There you go.
Yeah. I'm a natural.
Fire.
Well,
I think we've do we got any more? Because I think we've gone a good bit over an hour now.
and that's a great way to end the first show is with that
Yeah.
guy. All we do is that.
Every episode should end with somebody dying.
Hey,
Okay.
listen,
I-
if we start critiquing like whether it was positive or negative, we're never gonna get one of these in the can. So I think this is a perfect opportunity.
They're all positive if you perceive them that way.
I was
Tim,
saying,
we
at
just
least
wanted to get in
for
that
guy.
rocket, man.
Fuck
I
him.
did want to get in the rocket.
Stop it! Stop doing that. I'm clinging to my will to live after this, Cam. Stop it.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I had to get Scott on my podcast after you came on because I was in here like slowly knitting a noose. Like I was like, I'm gonna learn a new skill and then end it all.
Hey man, that sounds real nice. Ending it all. Hey, so okay, I thought of this earlier due to a conversation at work. We can end on this. It's stupid.
Okay.
So like white people, we you know, there was that period of time very recently where people were still fighting for the right to say the N-word.
Mm.
I like where this is going.
Me and my friend were like,
Are we not? Wait, hold on. Why can they say it and we can't? No.
okay. So mute Graham again. No, but we were like, okay, so all these white people fighting to say the N-word, you know, blah blah blah. And my buddy was like, man, I got a good excuse for him. They could just be like, sir, that's my emotional support racial slur.
That's not. Hold on.
I need this.
I just look at you like, what?
Yeah.
Like my emotional support racial slur?
There's a whole skit in there somewhere. Make
Specific
sure you've
racial
written that
slur.
down somewhere because that is hysterical.
You know,
And then I
this-
get arrested for beating his ass. You're like,
No,
Yeah.
you
This
get
is my
arrested.
emotional support.
You
I
get
have to
arrested
beat
your
for
ass.
hitting him with
You
a
can't stop
twisted
me.
T. You hit him with a twisted T.
Hey, Scott, if you want to wrap it up here before it's over, I did want to try something real quick.
Let's do it.
Because
Heroin.
I want to see if I can share the sounds on my soundboard
Okay.
without everyone having to look at it, but I think that's going to be unavoidable.
Yeah, we're looking at it right now, dude.
Oh, it's hard. Are you?
But can you guys hear these?
Yes.
No.
No.
I can.
You guys
I heard the
can't hear
first
those?
one.
This is the opposite of what you wanted.
No.
Oh,
You guys can't hear that?
no.
Yeah, see, I don't know what the deal is with Zoom and sharing sound. I don't know why that didn't work. I may have needed to optimize it. I'm sorry. That was a giant distraction. Cut that 3 seconds out and then we'll end.
No.
Hey, everybody. But I do
Uh,
want to see if that'll work later. I think there's something I can do for that.
All right, guys. It was fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
Do you want to do a round of plugs, short plugs, real quick before we get out of here?
Yeah.
If you guys want to watch Babblin and Dabblin is me and Camden's podcast. That's Babblin Dabblin on all social media
We
platforms.
really fucked that up.
Yeah, Babblin and Dabblin. You'll figure it out.
They're very supportive of one another.
Yeah.
It's on brand for the show.
hmm Also, you can get Hazard merch, which is my music making alias at subgoth.bandcamp.com/merch.
Let's
There you
go. Go ahead, Graham.
So I'd like to actually just footnote that by saying that I watched some of Hazard's stuff on that. What was that? Like a Subgoth Christmas stream or New Year's? Or
Yeah,
whatever you
that
guys
was
did?
the Void After Christmas virtual show.
Yeah, your shit is dope, man. And I'm going to talk to you about that
Thank you.
because I'm actually resurrecting my zombie cartoon soon, and I may want to work with you on a couple things there.
Okay.
I'm everything I do is at 1 Gram Army. If you type 1 Gram Army into Google, it's a play on phrase the one man army, which I didn't realize not many people knew about, and so it's a joke that doesn't land. But 1 Gram
Context.
Army in Google, you'll find everything. Instagram, all that. It's a podcast. It's a YouTube channel. I got stuff that is totally unrelated on my YouTube channel, but check it out and subscribe wherever you get that. And I stream twice a month on Twitch, and we watch
Twice a month.
that too.
employee training videos. Twitch.tv/1 Gram Army.
Hit me up on Instagram, Mista Freckles. It's Mista, Mista Freckles. And find me on Tap Snaps. I'm on some episodes.
Let's go.
There we go.
You really
Yeah.
out there.
And
Really out here.
and I'm Blake. You can find me at on Twitter at TapSnaps PC, Instagram TapSnaps Podcast, and Facebook TapSnaps3.
Fire.
Oh,
Camden, are you just piggybacking off mine, or do you want to link in?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm the yeah. Cut it
All
out
right,
there.
boys.
Hey,
I'm
what's
the
up? I'm the
yeah,
guy.
Yeah.
I do the
but-
things.
podcast.